What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to JJD TV. I'm your host, Josh, and we are here to discuss our new probable potential signing in Donyell Malen. If you can't tell, Producer T gave me the Netherlands kit to rock with the Dortmund hat. I just thought they went hand in hand today. It should be excited. I know that there's a Dortmund video going live right now, so I am sorry about I didn't know. I said it, and then it is what it is. Whatever. You can watch mine, you can watch theirs. It doesn't matter to me. But I hope you guys are doing well today. We are going to be breaking down the couple things. We're going to talk about the fact that the Sancho deal is done and dusted. He is no longer a Dortmund player officially. He is a Manchester United player. We're going to talk about Malen. We're going to talk about the probable dates he may be signing as a Dortmund player. We're also going to go into some formations that he may fit under Marco Rose, what role he would probably play. Of course, what kit number I think he's going to go with, as well as even St. Juice and Halstenberg, and a couple fun things like that. So that's how we're going to get started with the stream today. And just before I get into the comments and get through it, I'll read a couple different articles. The first one starting off with Manchester United and Jadon Sancho, and it is the fact that he signed a 5-year deal with Manchester United with an option for a further year. It said that he scored 50 goals and 64 assists in 137 appearances for Borussia Dortmund, which is an exceptional goal scoring and assist scoring ratio for the team. And this is the last thing that Sancho said before he went out. He said, "I'll always be grateful to Dortmund for giving me the opportunity to play first team football. Although always I knew that I would return to England one day, this was a young and exciting squad, and I know that together we can develop into something special and bring success to the fans that they deserve." He added, and then also he talked about some of the experiences he had at the Euros, but I want to get into that. But a nice little goodbye message for Jadon Sancho, and I've talked about it a lot on the channel of how happy I was about how he handles the media. I think that he's exceptional in that case. I'm just seeing an image that he's wearing the number 25 kit, and that just looks atrocious on him. I don't know if that is actually true. No, it is. Jadon Sancho will wear the number 25 at Manchester United. Ew. Well, ugly kit. Jadon, ugly kit number. But anyways. So yeah. So I mean, all the best to Jadon Sancho. We will definitely miss him. It was sad to see him go, but now we move on to Donyell Malen, our Dutch brother coming on in, representing. And this is some of the storylines that are going around, and it's saying that Borussia Dortmund are on the brink of signing the 30 million replacement for Jadon Sancho, even though we both know that Malen isn't a like-for-like replacement of Jadon Sancho. But anyways, it says that the Bundesliga side has made Donyell Malen their top transfer target after Jadon Sancho was going to leave this summer. And then it says that there has been personal terms that have been agreed. They're awaiting a medical. Everything seems to be done and dusted, and it can be presented as early as the end of the weekend. So, pretty cool stuff. We could make our man a Dortmund player, honestly, in a couple days. I don't know exactly when it's going to go down, but personal terms have been agreed. Everything seems to be in order, similar to the Sancho deal. Sancho deal officially got announced today, but I did the departure Sancho stream, honestly, like 2 weeks ago. So, with that being said, I thought I'd come out here today and do the stream with Malen, talking about how he basically is a Dortmund player as long as everything goes right. And then in a couple days, he'll probably be presented and we will see him in the black and yellow. But time to get into the comments right now. Haaland is not leaving. No, he's not. And that is, Malen is not a Haaland replacement. He's technically a Sancho replacement if you want to consider that. But Sancho announcement today, I saw that. It's painful, but he's wearing the number 25, which is just not a nice number. It looks atrocious on him. Have you ever been to Signal Iduna Park before? I have. I went in the 2018-19 season. I watched Dortmund take on Frankfurt and won 3-1. Watched Paco score a beauty. I'm pumped for this stream. Welcome to BBB Malen. Yes, and guys, what do you guys think about number 17 on Malen? Is there any other numbers you think he may wear? I know some people don't really care about kit numbers, but number 17 holds some real talented strikers in the past at Dortmund. We had Aubameyang wear it. We had Haaland wear it. It just makes sense to me that Malen wears it. His number 7 isn't available. Well, the number 7 from Sancho isn't available. Gio took it. Number 9 is Haaland's. He used to wear, I think, 14 and 22, but I mean, I don't know. I think 14 is still taken by Schultz, but also I don't think it's as nice of a number as 17. 17 is a striker number at BBB, so I hope he does take that number. But anyways, but yes, I sorry, British Empire. Hopefully you can join in on the stream. I wasn't able to delay it. I have our season prediction, the Bundesliga season predictions video coming out at 1 today, so I couldn't reschedule the stream. But yeah, United has announced Sancho. It's sad. It's sad. And we're also going to get into the formations, guys. We're going to get into 2 or 3 different formations that I think that we can play with Donyell Malen. And I'm very curious to get some of your guys' takes on that as well. Mullen is apparently going to be announced at the end of the weekend and is going through his trial, OneFootball. I like that you sourced it. It's very nice. And yes, he is. I read probably the same article that you read, and I'm excited, man. I'll make a video at some point of the actual signing when it's official, but I felt like a stream today was needed. Come talk to you guys, chat with you guys about our new man, because this is a big deal, man. He's a big signing. He's someone that we've been interested in for a long, long time. I've always desperately asked for another striker. I've done it over and over and over. I think that's a huge area, a very underrated area that I think we need improvement in, because we rely on that one striker, and when he's not there, we are forced playing players out of position, and I can't do it. I can't keep seeing players, and no disrespect to obviously Royce, Brandt, or Hazard, but if we want to win the league and we want to compete every game, and if Haaland isn't available because he is human and he will miss games, we need a viable backup striker. And the 18-19 season broke my heart because Götze had to play. And to his defense, Götze did relatively okay, but if we had an actual goal scorer, we could have killed off some of those points that we desperately needed and probably won the title. Having Malen here, to me, is so important for those reasons, and I'm hoping that if Haaland obviously isn't able to play, we can get our boy in there and he can put the ball in the back of the net. But if you're just joining us today, guys, and you're excited for Malen and you want to give a nice goodbye to Sancho, be sure to hit the like button. It's always appreciated. And, of course, subscribe if you are new. English ain't my first language. The trial, yes. Matt says, sitting here waiting for the obsessed Man United fans. I don't know if we'll get any United fans. If you're a United fan, let me know if you've creeped on in the channel. And most of them who've come to the channel have been pretty nice and said basically we're excited for Sancho and that. But Josh representing. You like the Dutch kit? Big shout out to Producer T. He brought it over this morning. It looks good. I look okay in orange. It's a little off-putting compared to the yellow, but I don't know. I don't mind it. I am against Delaney staying against BBB. Please don't mind. So you're against Thomas Delaney staying at BBB? Yeah, I mean, I said if there's gonna be one player that we raise a good chunk of funds from, it's gonna be Brandt or it's gonna be Delaney. We're gonna sell hopefully Berkey for not a lot of money. We're gonna sell Marius Wolf for probably like 10, maybe Nico Schultz for maybe 10 to 15. And we already got the Sancho money, which we're spending a lot of it on Malen and balancing the books, which leaves either Thomas Delaney or Brandt. And you guys know my opinion. If I was going to sell one, I'd sell Brandt over Delaney. But I have a feeling one of them will go, and that some of that money may go into buying a potential winger. But how you doing, my man? Mr. Carlson's here. Tells us that Sancho's wearing number 25. Just, yucky number. Yucky number, man. I love Sancho, but I'm glad it's finally over. We need to just move on. I agree, Matt. I agree. I'm going to miss him. I'm going to absolutely miss him. He's an incredible, incredible player for us. But it's a Sancho deal now we don't have to worry about. Now the next one's the Haaland deal, whenever that one's going to go down. But for the time being, I think our team's going to be pretty much set in place once Malen comes in and potentially some defensive awareness. But we'll get into that. Sancho getting mistreated, but her not staying in England originally. Yeah, I mean, there are those theories of why he didn't play at the Euros, but damn, so does the same go for Jude in terms of that he'll go back to England? Because yes, he will. The number 25 shirt is a death trap. Alex Ferguson wouldn't dish it out. It just looks awkward, man. It just looks awkward. Not shocking, but God, finally. Eric, how you doing, my man? And yeah, Sancho officially gone. And hopefully Malen being presented soon. And I'm excited about this player, man. I really am. I have a good feeling about him. I've been talking him up all season pretty much. So if he busts, I look like a goof. But I do think that he'll have some good roles to play, especially given the formations it opens up for our boy Marco Rosa. man, we are getting so much money. We still need to get some fringe players off the books and bring a couple more in, man. Payne says, finally, you know, bro, how much I wanted him at Dortmund. Payne, my man, I did too. Some of that goes back to the 18-19 season where, you know, I personally believe that's why we lost the league. Just lack of depth up front, lack of goals. We got some options now, man. Josh, don't you think we need to get rid of another attacking player if we get Malen and Bailey, since we're adding an extra attacking player, plus also Mukuku's coming this year? Yes, so also for you guys who don't know, Tigges has been linked to Cologne. So that was a rumor that is being linked on a loan, and it makes sense because with Malen coming in, with Holland, with Mukuku, who's going to get more minutes than Tigges. Tigges is being linked out on a loan move. If he doesn't want to play in the third division, you take that chance to play in the Bundesliga. You absolutely do. So if Tigges gets loaned out, I think that's a great move for his career. He may be sold permanently, which again, I don't think he would touch the field regularly for this team anyways. But yeah, if you guys wanted my opinion, it's Brandt. Brandt's the disposable one. I think that he's the one who, up front, if we need some money, he should go. But it doesn't look like that may happen. We're going to have to play it by ear. But there are still links that Lazio has agreed personal terms with Brandt and that they're working on a transfer fee. There was, I think, a big issue with that is that they wanted him on a loan with an option to buy, and Dortmund don't want to deal with a loan, which I don't blame them. So I don't know, man. I don't know. We're gonna have to see where they go with that. But that is the attacking player I would look like. And also an update on Leon Bailey is the fact that apparently Aston Villa has bid a $30 million bid for Leon Bailey, in which was rejected. So if Villa can't get the deal done for 30, I don't see us getting the deal done for 30. And the fact that Premier League clubs can outbid us, I don't think we're going to get Leon Bailey now. So that's very interesting, man. It's very interesting to see which winger we are going to target, because I said that if you could get the deal between 25 and 30, which was a stretch, but if Bailey forced his way out and wanted to go to Dortmund, it was a possibility. And the fact that Aston Villa already offered more than that and it was rejected tells me that if, and I don't blame him, if Leverkusen wants to sell, why not sell him to the Prem? Get him out of the league, don't have him coming back at you, and probably get more money. So I don't know what's going to happen right now with the winger situation, and it wouldn't surprise me if we don't even buy one. if we just have Malen, and we'll get into the formations soon, but will Malen play in the preseason? There was an article I read that they're going to try to get him in for potentially the Bologna game. But that's we only have 2 more preseason games. We have Atletico Bilbao this Saturday and Bologna next Saturday. So probably if he plays any, he's going to play the Bologna game. Is Jude going to inevitably go back to England one day? 100%. That's again, guys, you've heard me on the channel talk about how I don't want to sign English players. It's for that reason. Madueke, you guys wanted him. I would take Bailey over Madueke in a heartbeat because there's a chance that Bailey doesn't leave to the Prem. There's guaranteed chance that Madueke and Jude does. I'm hoping Jude will be with us for a couple more years, but there is a strong chance he does leave one day. Chelsea's preparing a monster bid for Holland. They can prepare all the bids they want, guys. They're not going to get him. They are not going to sign Holland. He is going to stay at Dortmund. I can almost promise you that. There's just no way. Dortmund don't have any rush to sell. I still think the release clause next year is around 100 mil. It's less than what they would probably get from Chelsea, but Dortmund don't need to sell, man. They're in a good shape, and they're going to keep their main man. Last time someone wore 17, we all know what happened. Yep, and and if you're asking me, if the 3 players that I think will come in, if it's Marcel Halstenberg, I think he'll wear number 3. It's a left back number. He's a left-footed center back / left back. I think he'll wear number 3. If St. Juice comes in, I think he'll wear number 4. Actually, no, he won't. Koulibaly wore number 4. I don't know if St. Juice will wear that. I'll have to take a look. He might take 3 if Halstenberg doesn't come in. And then I think Mullen will wear 17. It's a famous number here at BVB because of Aubameyang and Holland. So it just fits for me. I hope he wears it. All right. Where are we in the comments? You guys are killing the comments today. Dortmund won the league on 02 and 12 and 22 loading. Well, let's hope. Let's hope, my man. Number 25 shirt makes me think that he's going to be the next Donny van de Beek. An absolute idiot if that comes case. I don't think so. I wish he wasn't wearing the number 25. It looks so ugly on him. But Bellingham is gone in 3-4 years. That's the reason I agree with Josh in not agreeing to sign any English players. I agree. I even think that 3-4 years is a stretch. The Jude is just getting better and better, man. I mean, I bet you there's going to be massive offers for Bellingham this summer. I could see him staying this year, potentially next year, and then probably leaving the year after that. But Bellingham will be targeted because he is just an absolute baller, man. Hello, what is up, everyone? Hope you guys are all doing well. Times like these makes you wonder how special Marco is to BBB. Very special, my man, very special. Is Malen now a BBB player? No, it's similar to Sancho being a United player. The deal's basically done, pending a few things like the medical, and hopefully will be announced towards the end of the weekend. Just noticed that Schultz is on 100K a week. Yes, 100K. Who else doesn't make 100K a week? Rafa, yeah. Yeah, there's a reason we need to shift Schultz out, bring in Hulstenberg, free up some of the money, and of course we just don't have him. But yes, Eric has updated us as well. Personal terms, but not signed. Are Malen and Haaland two tops threatening? It could be. I'm going to get into a couple formations to get your guys' opinion as well. So a formation that I think that BVB could play, or a couple of them with Donyell Malen. The first one is the obvious 4-1-2-1-2. It's a formation that Marco Rose likes to play. He spoke to it about a press conference in Borussia Dortmund. And just to kind of give you a quick update of how it may look. Kobel, Meunier, Akanji, Hummels, Guerrero. CDM would be Witsel. Your two center mids would be Bellingham and Dahoud. Your cam would be Royce, striker, Haaland, and Malen. Very good looking. You can also put in Brandt potentially down further in the pitch at like an 8 instead of Dahoud or Bellingham. I prefer both Dahoud and Bellingham. So that is one formation where Donyell Malen can play in a 4-1-2-1-2. And the other one I think that would have a good opportunity for him to play would be the 3-4-1-2. So Kobel, right wing back Meunier. Then depending on who we sign, it's either St. Just or Emre Can. Then Hummels, Akanji, Guerrero. Your two center mids would then be, take your pick, Witsel and Dahoud or Bellingham. Your cam would be Royce, two strikers, Haaland, Malen. The other thing we could do is try shifting them out to the wing in a 4-2-3-1 or a 4-3-3. Same back four and keeper. In a 4-3-3, you could have Witsel with Dahoud and Brandt or Bellingham. And then you have potentially Royce on one wing, Malen on the other, and Haaland up front. I'm a little curious of how that would work because I don't see Marco Royce as a natural winger anymore. I really don't see Donyell Malen as a natural winger, but he's got the attributes, the pace to do it. You could also play him in the 4-1-2-1 or the 4-2-3-1. Your two CDMs would be Witsel and Dahoud, Cam Royce. Outside right attacking midfielder would be Hazard or Gio or someone like that. And then your left attacking mid would be Malen and your striker would be Haaland. And I think he will get some reps on the wing, especially if we don't sign a winger. And right now, there's no one really linked to us. I think it'll depend on which bodies we can flip. If we end up selling a player like Brandt or Delaney, but it'll be interesting. We'll have to wait and see. But we'll get back in. Let me know what you think about those formations. Let me know if it's the 4-1-2-1-2, the 4-3-3, the 4-2-3-1, the 3-4-1-2. Which formation do you think will best suit Malen, Haaland, Royce? Because I'm very curious. Hey man, do you think that BVB is still signing a winger? We really need a right winger. We do need a right winger. But I had a theory before in terms of Malen that we might not sign a winger. I didn't think the money was there. I thought a player like Hulstenberg, St. Just would come in, and then Malen. And they would use Malen on the wing when they needed to this year. And then they would also have him for the future when Haaland eventually left, probably next season. That was my theory. That's the reason I think that they wanted to get Malen in desperately, is because they see him as the natural successor to Haaland. And on top of that, he's got the attributes to play on the outside. And he's done it from time to time. So it will be very curious to see how he gets going this year. But I don't know. I thought Bailey would maybe be one. And I haven't heard a right winger yet. But like I've told you guys a few times, I'm expecting the Sancho deal to get done, and then you see the domino effects. The Sancho deal's done. The first domino has fallen. Expect Malen to be signed immediately, and then we'll probably see some rumors around a right winger. But we did just gain a member on the channel. Oh, 442. Eric, cheers, my man. Became a member on the channel. You got entered into a draw as well. We are doing a draw for to win a free kit. For the month of July. So anyone who's a member on the channel, anyone who does a super chat, anything like that, you get put into the draw, and then at the end of the month, I'll do the draw, and the winner will get a kit of their choice. So Eric, I appreciate you supporting the channel, my man, and I will enter you into the draw right now, and good luck. Hopefully you'll ask for a Malen kit because it would just suit. But Josh, unfortunately, it's not enough for Malen to be close or as good as Jaden. Malen has to be better, and if it isn't now coaching team, he's already gonna make him better. Yes, that is true, but It's gonna be interesting because I don't know if we're gonna sign that like for like player to Jaden. And like I said, with Borussia Dortmund, we have to be under the assumption that the player that we sign is not going to be usually as good as the player that we sell. So Malen coming in is not going to be a player who is quite at the level of Jadon Sancho. However, there's huge room for growth. There's a huge baller in that player, and I think that he will be very important to us. Whether he plays on the wing, whether he plays up front, it will be interesting to see. But that's the way it is. I mean, when you see Aubameyang go out and you see Michy Batshuayi come in, when you see Lewandowski come out and you saw Immobile come in, usually when a player goes out of Dortmund, the replacement is a player that isn't quite at their level. But we're very good at bringing that potential out. So I wouldn't be too worried about Malen, but I am having question marks about whether we are going to sign a winger or not. I'm so happy we got Malen. I'm glad you are, my man. I don't mind developing and selling English talent for a premium as long as we use the money wisely. And it's not a bad business strategy. It's not. It's come to a point where I would rather take a risk on Leon Bailey for him staying for 5 years than going for Madueke for 2 years and then selling him. But usually if you buy a English player, you will make some money. But the big issue for me is that when we signed Bellingham, I mean, we still dropped 25 mil. That's a lot of money on a young player, but he's going to come too. We're going to make a lot of money on him. Same went for Jadon Sancho. It was only like 8 mil. The issue right now when it comes to young English players is now teams are recognizing the Bundesliga effect. So they're jacking these premiums up. That's why the likes of Tammy Abraham and Callum Hudson-Odoi are rumored around 35 to 40 mil. That's a big risk. That's a good chunk of money to bring these players in. And if they don't hit the heights that you're expecting, the sell-on value just isn't there. I'd rather go for another winger, even though if it means that we can't get a center back. I agree, and that's the reason that Halstenberg would be important. If we go for another winger and the money's not there to pick up a player like St. Just, if you get Halstenberg and you flip out Nico Schultz, you have coverage as your left back, your outside left center back, and as a center back in a back four. Plus you have young Koulibaly, you have Zagadou potentially being able there. There is a good shout for the fact that we may not sign St. Just to sign a winger. But I agree. For Marco Rose to have success in his 4-2-3-1 or his 4-3-3, I do think another winger is needed. But they may bank on the fact that they think Malen can do it. We will get a winger, or it's up to Malen Hazard this season. And Gio, I can see Gio getting some reps. I just want him to find some more consistency there. Jonathan says, how we fixed our defensive problems from last season. We're going to have to find out. We have the exact same back line pretty much. I think that Edin Terzic focused a little bit more on, and he admitted it, being when he first took over the reins, he wanted to be an attack-minded coach. He wanted to replicate Tuchel, he wanted to replicate Klopp, and our back line was hampered quite a bit. And then I think he realized that, and he adjusted, and we found some consistency at the back. On top of that, we have a rested Mats Hummels, a full of confidence Akanji. Guerrero is the most consistent player you're going to find, and I don't know what to find out of Meunier, but we're gonna find out. Plus, Marco Rose has come in, so I think we still have the personnel to pull it off. Injuries is the biggest issue for me in seeing if we can put players in positions to replace them if someone gets injured. And when Emre Can is an option to play in the back four because no one else is, that's where I get worried. Are the two tops, Haaland and Malen, a threat? If they play together up top, they're a threat. I don't know what Marco Rose is going to do. He's going to play a 4-1-2-1-2, or he may play with wingers and shift Malen out a little bit. I prefer Delaney rather than Witsel. A lot of people do, but I think if Dortmund's looking to raise money, they're not going to get anything for Witsel, given his age, given his injury, and given the fact that he's got 1 year left on his deal. So if Dortmund need to raise some money to sign a winger, it's going to come from Delaney over Witsel. And we may promote someone like Toby Raschel up to the main team. You know, OFC, I have crept into the chat, boys. United fan here, respected Dortmund. But ecstatic for Sancho. Okay, cheers, my man. I know you're a United fan, but very respectful one at that. We won't buy a center back. I think that we will. Halstenberg can play as a center back, guys. So that's why I said the issue for me with Hulsenberg is that he lacks pace. And it's a position that we need pace in. That's why I thought St. Juste would be good. However, if we get rid of Nico Schultz, who isn't going to get a ton of minutes, and when he's on the pitch, he's quite poor, and we bring in Hulsenberg, he gets that left back coverage, he can play as a center back, and there's an option. Experienced, talented, he wants to play for Dortmund, he's willing to take a pay cut. It's not a bad piece of business whatsoever. Or we may go out for St. Juste. We're going to have to wait and see. What wingers could we get if Bailey goes to Aston Villa? Anthony, David Nunes, 2 young Brazilians out of Ajax. They just signed their rival's best player, so there could be a potential to sell one of the wingers. But other than that, I haven't heard too much as well. We are not going to sign Madueke. He will not be coming to BVB probably, period. But 100% not this summer. Aston Villa getting Bailey over us is strange. Aston Villa, we're in a relegation battle. So Premier League clubs, man, they have a lot of money. From top to bottom, they have a lot of money. Even teams getting promoted go out there and spend arguably more than we do. But if you can't get Bailey as another winger, I suggest we get Knauf. And yeah, I mean, Knauf for sure. Knauf, I think, will be with the main team this year. And I think that he's got a big opportunity, especially without signing a winger. You have Holland up front, and if we play with wingers, like I said, Malen can go to the wings. We also have Hazard, who is a winger. We also have Knauf, who is a winger. And then you have Gio, who can play on the wing if needed. But we'll have to see. Malen is an exciting signing, but Sancho will be missed dearly. It is, but you got to take it with what it is. I mean, we knew Sancho was leaving. There's no way around it. But Malen is an exciting player, man. He is. And I'm curious to see how Marco Rose can get the best out of him. This is a player who played in PSV. He scored 19 goals and 8 assists. Now, his goal scoring ratio isn't actually as good as the 19 goals suggest, which is why I think there's room for improvement. And coming to a team like Dortmund is a good club for him, especially under a manager like Marco Rose. I think that Malen's going to have some fun, man. At least Sancho was class up until the departure, unlike Dembele, who refused to even train. Sancho deserves a round of applause, man. He has been an absolute beauty when it's come to respecting the club, respecting the supporters, and he does have love for Dortmund. You can see it. But he wanted to go back home. We all knew it was coming, and he didn't make a fuss of it. He didn't make an ass of himself or the club. So for that, he'll always have my most respect, because I just think he was such a good player for us. Is it true that we are going to sign Malen? It is. It is. It could be officially announced by the end of the weekend, which is pretty exciting. Bailey is heavily linked to Aston Villa. He is, man. He is. And it may go through, because they are definitely will be able to spend more than we will. Malen's uniform going to be 17. We are hoping. But Josh, we like Brandt, and the fact that he is German means that there's a possibility he can stay for a long time. It's true, but he also needs to perform, which he absolutely has not been doing. So he may get another shot at BVB, but in my opinion, this is his last chance. If he can't make it work under Marco Rose, who looks to be a manager who may back him, then it's not going to work for this player. Marco Reus is still above him and still has some years to go, and in my opinion, develop Gio before developing Brandt. But I take your point. The fact that he's German, the fact that he wants to stay at BVB is a good sign, but he has to be better. It's as simple as that. He has not been able to do it on the wings, which is fair. Definitely hasn't been able to do it as a center forward. He needs to play as an 8 or a 10, and it's hard to be able to do it. So it's going to be interesting to see if Marco Rose implements him in the same squad as Royce or Gio. But we're going to have to wait and see. If he stays, hopefully he becomes good. Looks good, Josh. Welcome, Malen. Still irritated thinking that the fixed price of 85 mil for Sancho feels like we've been robbed. Yeah, I mean, we could have got more, but COVID, it is what it is, man. Yeah, 17 is the plan. I'm thinking so as well. What do you think about Canada versus Costa Rica? My country of Canada in the Gold Cup. I'm hoping Canada can pull it off. Costa Rica have looked pretty good as well. Big issue is that Kyle Larin and Akinola are out. So two best strikers on the team are out. So goal scoring will be an issue. I see it being probably like a 2-1 game, 1-1 extra time type match. But I'm gonna back Canadian. Why not? I'm Canadian. I got faith in the boys. Why don't we promote Gittins and like we did with Sancho? We could. I still think that Knauf will be a little bit better to implement into the squad this year because he's had those reps with the team last year. He's very talented. I've liked a lot about what Ansgar has done. He may get some chances. If we don't sign a winger, that fourth winger option for us is definitely wide open. My guy, Bailey, is English. He just declared for Jamaica. True. I think. I thought he was Belgian, but this has to be a season where we push for the title. Hopefully we bring it home. Well, Cologne's manager is back in Dortmund to win, but every other manager is backing Bayern. But yeah, I agree. This is a wide open season. I have today, guys. I think you'll enjoy it at 1 o'clock. So in 2 hours, our Bundesliga predictions episode is coming out. Am I going to be biased and go for Dortmund? Am I going to be just a normal person and go for Bayern? You're gonna have to wait and see. I can't tell you, but it's gonna be fun, and I think that because of all the managerial changes, a lot of key players for Bayern going out, and a young manager Nagelsmann coming in might not be able to handle the pressure. I think that this season could be wide open. Bayern will always compete; they will always be up there, but I'm hoping that Nagelsmann just doesn't get it right, and Marco Rose does. Apparently, Dortmund are in talks for extending Delaney's contract. If so, I'm happy about that. That would be very surprising for me. I haven't read anything about that, so if any of you guys see those articles, you want to tag me in it on Twitter. My Twitter is right there, TV_JJD. I always appreciate it. You guys send me stuff all the time. Very helpful, but I haven't read anything of that. The things I've read about Delaney is pretty much that they don't want to re-sign him. They want to let him go, or they want to sell him. Lord Almighty, every time I go to Twitter, all I see is Haaland to Chelsea from Chelsea fans. He ain't leaving. He's not. And I've spoken very honestly about this, guys. I don't see it happening. Now, I'm not talking with Haaland. I'm not talking with a lot of the experts. I'm talking with people who are experienced in Bundesliga transfers and stuff like that. So, I mean, the knowledge is there. But from the people I've talked to, Haaland's not leaving. And Dortmund have no reason to sell whatsoever. And like I said, about looking bad on the club, what's it tell players when you sell your two best players? I don't see it, man. I have a daydream that Nagelsmann doesn't work out at Bayern and we take it this year. I think it's open, man. I think it's open. Bellingham might just stall next season if he breaks out season. I mean, I felt like he had a breakout season last year, but I mean, if he keeps getting better and better, man, it's gonna be something interesting. But does the Sancho thing also mean that the guys like Reina, Bellingham would leave soon, though? In my opinion, Bellingham will stay 2 more years. Like, if you guys want my honest opinion of just my observations of how this club works, I bet you Haaland stays this year. I'm positive Haaland stays this year, and Haaland's sold next summer. I bet you Bellingham stays for 1 or 2 more years and then sold after that. Reina is an open book. I don't even know how to put an estimate on that. I think it's going to depend on how he develops. He's young. He's American. I think that the Premier League would like him. But I think he needs to take his game to another level. So, I mean, I can see Reina being here a few more years as well. But I see Reina staying the longest. That's just my personal opinion. But I do see Haaland and Bellingham leaving in a couple of years. If Dortmund wins both the Bundesliga and the Pokal, would it mean that players would want to get more confident about staying at Dortmund, or just more annoyed with English players wanting BBB players? I think it depends. It depends. There's always a double-edged sword, guys. That because I get this question all the time. What happens if Dortmund won the Champions League? What happens if Dortmund won the Bundesliga? What if they won the Pokal? What happens to these players? Surely they're going to want to stay. Usually, no. If you're putting up those kind of success and those kind of numbers, players are going to come calling. Clubs are going to come knocking. Look what happened when Dortmund won in 2012. Shinji Kagawa was looked at. Lewandowski was looked at. Götze was looked at. If we pull off the treble this year, Haaland's gone. Jude's probably gone. Gio probably stepped up. He's gone. It is so hard to fend off interest when you're so successful. So yeah, I mean, no, I'd say if anything, if you're going to make me put one or the other, if we win the treble, more players lose, or we lose out on better players because our players want to leave and probably go to the Madrids, the Uniteds, those type of things. So, you know, it's a double-edged sword. We just won the treble, but I bet you our club will get picked apart. Hi, Josh. I hope that you're doing well. It's possible to sign a winger alongside Malen and a defender. It's going to depend on the money, guys. It's going to depend on the money. I think right now, the two most realistic transfers I see coming in is Halstenberg and Malen. For now. Depending if we sell Schultz, depending if we sell Marius Wolf, if we sell Berkey, and the big one is if we sell one of Delaney or Brandt, I think we have the chance to bring in a winger as well. If we don't sell Delaney or Brandt and sell those other guys, I can see it's bringing in still St. Just. Those are what I'm leaning towards right now, but the Halstenberg deal just looks tasty because it's very cheap transfer fee, very cheap wages, and he's a versatile player. Only issue with me is he lacks speed. We need Royce to be in his best. If he scores 19 goals this season, he will be the best scorer at Dortmund. I don't know if he'll score 19 in a season, given how he's performed, but he should be in the double digits, hopefully, around that 10 to 12 goal mark, maybe 10 to 12 assists. That's a really good season for Marco Royce. But yeah, 19 goals will get him some uncharted territories there. What is the target in the transfer market for Dortmund? Marco Rose wanted Malen. Again, it was separate to Sancho. They would like a Sancho replacement. I don't know where it's coming from. We're going to have to wait and see till some rumors start resurfacing. In my opinion, it's not going to be Bailey now. We also want a center back, which I think would be St. Just because he's got the pace that we need. And I think Halstenberg, for a variety of reasons, to maybe shift out Nico Schultz, have that left back coverage, and he can also play through the middle. That is what I think that we're looking at. By the way, oh yes, and I haven't spoken to this yet, guys. I have not spoken to this yet. And I don't know if this changes anything. And if you guys haven't heard, Murray will be out and he will completely miss the entire next season. That's a blow. That's a huge, huge blow. I can't believe I didn't speak of this yet, but yeah, it's awful. It's awful. Our talented young right back, who I was expecting to have a bit of a breakout year this year, is going to be gone the entire season. What that means is our number one right back has to be for the majority of the season now is Meunier. Besides that, Emre Can. Emre Can hopefully will just, if he's going to start in this Dortmund team, hopefully it's at a right back. Hopefully he steps up and that figures out that's where he's the best at playing, because in my opinion last year, that's where he played the best. Outside right center back and right back is where I like Emre Can. So if Meunier doesn't take it, hopefully Can does. And then our third option is Paslak. Our right back options don't look that good. That is a big weakness. I don't know if that will wake Dortmund up and looking to bring somebody in. But yeah, that is a huge blow. We wish Murray the best recovery he can possibly have. It's a horrible injury. So it's going to be interesting to see what we do there. But I still think how Dortmund are running and how they manage, they're going to bank on the fact that Meunier had to back up or bounce back season. I want Hazard to shine this season. I do too. I'm really hoping that it will come with staying fit. Will BBB social media admins ban annoying toxic people one day? I'm not sure. Are you watching the BBB YouTube one? Is there stuff going on there? 4-4-2. So the only 4-4-2 I see Dortmund playing would be a 4-1-2-1-2. I don't see Marco Rose playing just a traditional 4-4-2. He doesn't fancy that formation, but I mean, it could. I mean, I get it. Holland, Malen up front, Witsel, De Hood through the middle, Hazard on one side, maybe Guerrero on the other side, and then you put Halstenberg left back. But I don't see him doing that, at least not yet, because I know he's not very comfortable with that formation. White says that Meunier's your right back, Hummels, Akanji, your two center backs, Rafa at your left back, De Hood, Bellingham as your two CDMs, Royce, Hazard. Yeah, if there's a 4-2-3-1, White, I absolutely agree. Maybe Witsel over one of De Hood and Bellingham just to get more of that 6 involved. But De Hood and Bellingham have played in a 4-2-3-1 before with De Hood dropping deeper, so I can see it. Rosa tends to play a lot of not natural wingers and tends to thrive under him. Gladbach had Embolo, yeah, but Embolo, he's got the pace. I mean, he is similar to Malen in that way, but Playa is a striker. Thuram, I guess, is more of a striker. He did play on the wing a lot, though. It's a weird hybrid striker type role. I do agree with that. That's a great shout, and the big reason I think that Marco Rose would have been excited about Malen is that he's got attributes that wingers have. Pace, likes taking players on 1v1, and he's a good finisher because he's supposed to be a striker. So maybe he does go with the unorthodox player playing out on the wing. And with that being said, that also refers to Royce and Gio as well, because in my opinion, Royce is no longer a winger, and of course Hazard's are real, and Knauffer are real only wingers. Oh man, light once again blew out. Whatever. I got a little darker. Sorry guys. How do I join the member? I think there's a join button if you want to become a member. and get entered into our draw. Do you think that Kamara will always be a serious guy because he is a CDM? CDMs are supposed to be rude and terrifying. I don't know, but I've seen a lot of good looks from him for the training videos and stuff like that. So I'm hoping that he has a good little year. He looks good. He looks fit. I was surprised to see him up so soon, but we'll have to see. No one can replace Sancho. He's special. It is true, guys. It is true. There's a join button. But yeah, guys, if you're just joining us and you haven't hit the like button yet, please do so. Always appreciated. We have a worse squad than last season. We would have lucky to be third this season. So that's definitely not true. It's not true for a couple of reasons. Yes, we lost Jadon Sancho, but if we do put pieces together, in my opinion, we have Marco Rose, who over the course of the season, last year we had Terzic and Fabra. Marco Rose is a better manager. He's a better manager than both. Terzic did some incredible things, but he's still very inexperienced. Marco Rose is a better manager. Already, that's a big up for Dortmund. We have a better keeper. Kobel is a much better, hopefully more consistent keeper than Berkey is. Another huge benefit. On top of that, if we add some defensive awareness around St. Just and Halstenberg, massive. And we got Malen, which opens up different formations, opens up the opportunity to never be stuck in a position where we play a winger as a striker. And that is something that's bothered me over the last 3 years. And then the big issue is the wings. That's my biggest issue right now. We have the exact same right backs, left backs, center backs, CDMs. I don't see this team being much worse than last year in terms of just talent. On top of that, Bayern have let a lot of their big guys go. They have a new manager coming in, and sorry, Nagelsmann, you're not as good as a manager as Hansi Flick, and you have an opportunity to butcher it. That is a real opportunity, and that's a real legitimate concern for some Bayern fans, is that Nagelsmann overthinks it and doesn't get things right because he likes playing with formations. And if you go in there with the big heads and the egos, in the right way, because Bayern have done well to earn those egos, to go in there and tell them how to change, and if he doesn't want to play the 4-2-3-1, and he tries playing Muller out of position, and maybe a more defensive role for some players like Gnabry or Sané, it may not work. It may not work. Plus, they lost experience in Alaba, Boateng, Martinez. It's a more open season, not only because maybe you can argue Dortmund's not as good, which I don't think that's true, but also the teams around them aren't. Leipzig lost their manager. No one knows what Jesse Marsch is going to bring. They also lost their two best center backs, gained a goal scorer, which is key. And then on top of that, I don't know. I think that this is going to be a wide open Bundesliga, man, and I am buzzing for it. But I don't know. I'm feeling confident going into this season, a lot more so than any other season, really, in the last couple of years. Even this season, we almost won in 18-19 under Lucien Favre. I didn't know what to expect. No one expected a title push. And we almost won the league and probably should have won the league. This year, I'm not going to say we're odds are favorites because you can't ever look past Bayern, but I think opportunity is all around the big clubs in the Bundesliga to slip up and an opportunity for us to grab it. Madueke, I don't think will come because I think he's got an opportunity to have a breakout year in PSV. He may get looked at. I don't really want to see, like I said, English players come. And Steng's signed for Nice. He signed on a permanent deal for Nice, so I don't see him leaving so quickly. Danny says, bro, Vinicius Jr. is available if Mbappe is going to Real Madrid. Not a bad winger. I haven't been really convinced with Vinicius. I do like his pace. I think having an opportunity like Dortmund would be a good look for him. We're looking for a winger. Maybe take him on a loan deal. That's a loan deal, I guess, with an option to buy. I wouldn't mind. Because if it doesn't work out, just shift him back. But we have the option to buy him if it's legit. Do you think that Haaland leaves Dortmund next season and maybe they will go for Thuram? I take the Thuram links with a grain of salt, guys. Mainly because of the relationship between Gladbach and our BVB with the Rosa deal. So I don't personally think any Gladbach players will be signing for Dortmund in the next couple years. That's just my opinion. I think Transfermarkt Dortmund, this is Shaqiri. I hope we don't go for Shaqiri. No disrespect to Shaqiri. I don't really want him. I don't think he's the type of winger we need. I want someone with just a lot of pace. I really do, but Shaqiri he's a decent player. When is Hummels coming back? I don't know the exact date. I think there's a chance he will miss a couple games, but it's not crazy serious. If there's any young Premier League talent I'd want at Dortmund, it is Troy Parrott of Tottenham. I think that he's cheap, about 10-15 millions. Amazing young prospect. Maybe. I can't speak too much of it. I'm not overly familiar with the player. I just know what I put a stubborn thought in my head, and that's I'm assuming he's English, and if he's English, I don't want him. It's as simple and as straightforward as that. It'll take a lot for you guys to convince me that there's an English player out there that I'll turn my head about. The only one is maybe Madueke, because I do think he could spend 2-3 years here. But again, he will leave. He will leave as quickly as he comes. So I don't know. I'm just not in the mood to keep impressing these young and developing these young English players to sell them on a... I don't know. That's just me, man. If Mooney doesn't do well this season too, who would be our right back? If Mooney busts right away, I think Emre Can has an opportunity to take the right back position and run with it. Because in my opinion, I don't want Emre Can on the field in a central position. Not as a CDM, not as a center mid, not even as a central center back in a back four. Only positions I want to see Emre Can on the pitch is a outside right center back or a right back. That is it. I don't trust him in the middle of the park. He to be fair, he did do decently towards the end of the season, but still that rash inconsistency and concentration bugs me. What's your opinion on the away kit? Our sponsors suck. I think it's such a nice looking kit, but that big 1-in-1 in white in the middle of it looks awful, and there's just no way around it. So it's an 8 out of 10 because I think it could have been like a 9, 10 out of 10 if it's not for our sponsor, man. But I don't know, guys. Give me a rating from 1 to 10 on our new away kits. How do you feel about them? I still give them an 8, and if I get a kit this year, I'm gonna get the away kit because I think it looks nice. It's gonna have a big number 8 on the back for Dahoud, but I'm excited for Malen as long as we use the striker and not as a winger. I think he will get reps as a winger, but I do think he will play in a dual striker with Holland at some point as well. Why are so many fans split on Witsel? Many love him, many hate him. I wouldn't say many hate him, but I think the fact that he's getting older, 1 year left on his deal, and had a nasty injury, they don't trust him. Now, what I've seen from the Euros, I think he's going to have another good season with us, and he'll probably walk on a free after next season. Witsel in class, people are only hating on him because he's injured almost all last season. They forget how good he was. I agree, and I think that he's going to do very well this year again. He's going to bring some leadership and some stability to the middle of the park that we missed last season. Sancho wrote thank you message. Should I send it to you on Twitter or something? Absolutely. Feel free to tag me in it. I can maybe read it towards the end of the episode. What can we expect from Thomas Mooney this season? It's sink or swim, man. It's either he's going to hit the ground running and he'll be a decent right back option for us this year, or he's going to sink. And Emre Can or Paslak, or I don't even know what's going to happen if it doesn't work out with Mooney, but I'm going to hold my breath and hope that it works for him. I want Canal, Rashel, and Mukuku to develop this season. They will stay longer and be our future. I find it hard to get Rashel into the squad. I feel like he would be a good option off the bench. But like I said, man, we have Delaney if he stays. If he doesn't, there's more of an opportunity. But we have Delaney right now. We have Bellingham. We have Dahoud. We have Witsel. We have Chan. I don't see where the minutes come from Toby unless Delaney leaves. Mukuku again now. With Malen coming in, Holland, Malen, Mukuku will come off the bench. I've said it before. He may start 7 to 10 games. He'll probably play in about 20-ish. Score maybe 5 goals. That's my expectations for Mukuku. A decent season for him. And then Knauf, I think the opportunity is there. If we play with wingers, the opportunity for Knauf to break out is there. Tired of getting on the stream as soon as I could. What did I miss? We talked about Sancho being officially a United player. We talked about the personal terms agreed for Malen. He will be joining Dortmund potentially at the end of the weekend, which is awesome. We talked about some formations that could fit for Malen. If he'll play as a winger, if he'll play as a striker. It will be a 4-1-2-1-2, 3-4-1-2 if he plays as a dual striker with Holland. Or he may play out on the wings in a 4-3-3 or a 4-2-3-1. Sancho's Instagram post almost made me cry. Oh, I don't want to tear up, man. Bonjour, my friend. Other than that, I don't know what the rest of that is saying, but bonjour. Hope you're doing well. I wish I could speak more than English. Bailey is not English. He grew up in Jamaica, and then he moved to Belgium. That's what I thought. I thought he had the opportunity to represent Belgium. I think he did have the opportunity to represent English, but I thought he did grow up in Jamaica. You better back our boys, Josh. Just have faith. What do you have to lose? I always back our boys. Come on. I'm not someone here who criticizes them. I'm just trying to tell you guys my concerns about the upcoming season. My big concerns right now is that we don't have enough wingers. That's a big concern. If we don't sign an actual replacement for Sancho, I'm concerned with playing Royce consistently out on the wings, with playing Gio, potentially Brandt, even Malen. That worries me. None of those 4 players are natural wingers, but we don't have any other options. So that's a big worry for me. Another big worry for me is that we don't have the speed we need at the back. Not bringing in someone like St. Just is also a big worry for me, especially if Hummels or Akanji goes down. Then who do you play beside them? You have a young Koulibaly, you have an injured Zagadou, you have an inconsistent Emre Can. That's another big worry for me. Another big worry is what's going to happen with Brandt, Royce, and Gio, and how do you balance their minutes, and how do you keep them firing? Another massive task for Marco Rosa to try to figure out. So there is a lot of question marks still to be played with this team. I'm just trying to tell you guys my concerns going in. Once the season starts, baby, I mean, I'm all in. I mean, you guys know I like Brandt. I've never told you guys I don't like Brandt. I just don't think his performances have suited the price tag and gave him minutes. That's an honest opinion of mine. But I will always back them, man. I will always back them. For right now, I don't know what to think of the 3 center attacking mids because it's the same situation as last year. Already liked the video, my man. Sancho's Instagram makes me cry. I hear Reina loves Man City so much that when Pulisic missed the Champions League final, he smirked, and also his dad played for City. It's legitimate links. Same could be said for Holland. When Royce retires, our captain will be Guerrero, Akanji, or Brandt. In my opinion, it won't be Brandt. Even in my opinion, it won't be Guerrero. I don't think Guerrero's got the voice for it. I don't think there's a chance Brandt might not be there, and I don't think Brandt has a voice for it. If Royce retires, and assuming Hummel's not there, Akanji has the opportunity to grab that and run with it. Akanji's worn the armband several times for Dortmund in the past. I think he's got an opportunity to stay here long term. I think that's a real option for us. But I don't see Brandt getting near it. Not that Guerrero doesn't deserve it. I just don't think he's got the attributes in terms of a real vocal on the pitch. But you never know. Maybe Dahoud. Dahoud loves screaming. If he signs a 5-year deal, man, maybe Dahoud gets in the race. At earliest, Reina gone next year. I don't think Reina will be gone next year. I see Gio playing this year and next season. But again, it will depend on minutes. Maybe if he doesn't touch the pitch because Brandt had a breakout season, maybe it opens up for him. But I see Reina staying a little longer, man. Did you see Sancho's post? All right, I haven't, but let me go to Instagram right now, guys. I will check out Sancho's post. A few of you guys have tagged me in it. Let me see. Sancho. Jadon Sancho. One new post. Oh, it's a video. It's 3 minutes. If you guys want me to watch the video, put a yes or no in the chat. I don't know. I don't know how emotional you want me to get here, but it's 3 minutes long. So if you want me to watch it, I will. Just right now, put a Y or put an N, and if there's enough, I'll watch it. But it's 3 minutes long, so I don't know if you guys want to sit there and watch me watch it, but I will if you want. Just got announced that Kamara will wear the number 32. All right. Nice number. Gio had it. Decent little number. I don't have an issue with that. I know it's unlikely, but maybe Paslak can show some potential. Oh, Murray, you're a good guy, man. You're a good guy. I hope Paslak, but I don't think he'll get the reps he really needs. But all right. Maybe. If Mooney can't take it, someone's got to take that right back position. It's a chance, man. Dumfries is so cheap. He could have gone for him last season instead of Mooney. I know. It's a shame, man. It's a shame, I know. Now I know why Belhulter only bought 2 natural wingers of the Gold Cup. Apparently. All right, I'm seeing a lot of yeses in the chat, so I guess I'm going to watch Sancho's video. Your thoughts on Tigges? He's not going to ever get a rep, really, with BBB, with Mukuku there, with Malen and Holland. So the fact that Cologne wants to sign him, potentially on loan or a permanent deal, I think it's a good look for him. I really like him, but If he doesn't want to play in the third division and there's an opportunity to play in the Bundesliga, take it, Tigges, take it. I heard that One Football that Gosens is linked to BBB. Is it realistic for the club? In my opinion, that would be a bad signing. Not anything against Gosens, because I think he's a great fullback, but he's the exact type of player that Guerrero is. And what's the point of bringing in a talented player like Gosens to sit on the bench for Guerrero? Bring in Hulsenberg as that backup option, save the money you would have spent on Gosens, and put it into a center back or put it into a winger. So I don't see it happening at all. Plus, he's a Schalke fan, so you know. But all right, let's do this. Let's watch the Jadon Sancho. This is why I moved to Borussia Dortmund. There's a fly around me. Played under the great stadium, great fans. So Sancho's first goal. I was so surprised seeing him, man, when he came to this club, taking the number 7 kit. He looks good in that young hair of his. This is class though, man. This is a class video. I'm gonna read through the caption soon. It's a little emotional, I'm not gonna lie. Just showing his skills, his tricks, the player he's become under the black and yellow. Just wanted to settle down and get used to professional football. Maturing as a person and maturing with how I'm playing. And he did, man. Sancho became a world-class talent. He came here for 8-9 mil. And is now a player worth like 120. I miss him and Hakimi. Oh, there's a long message here too. Well, guess we're getting emotional today. I miss Hakimi. I did. Watching some of the best Jadon Sancho moments at BBB is when he played on that right-hand side with Hakimi. But he did some incredible things last season when he switched to the left with Guerrero. Looked very good in that number 7 kit. Oh, man. Justice for George. The thing I like about these videos is it just shows the type of player that Sancho was. He's someone who enjoyed playing the game. He's someone who loved taking players on 1v1. They're showing nutmegs. They're showing the touches that he had. They're showing him running around players, knocking them on the ground. They're showing free kicks. They're showing penalties. They're showing goals, assists. They're showing everything that this kid has become. And it's sad. It's the picture with the armband. He's done everything you could have possibly asked him to do. Winning silverware. Got the pokal lifted up. The celebrations on the table, the love with Holland. He is such a good player. It's why I'm going to miss him so much. To see where he was and who he's become here. It's the reason, I don't know. It's the reason I wish him success. I know he's going to United. A lot of us Dortmund fans don't love that. But that was an incredible little tribute. And at the end it said thank you to Borussia Dortmund. Oh, man. I'm going to get back to the chat. I'm going to get back to the chat just for a little bit. I might read that. I might read the comments off screen just because they're long. But I think Leverkusen would surprise some people this season. I think they'll finish 3rd. Bayern, Dortmund, Leverkusen, Leipzig. Maybe. I think Leverkusen will be okay. It depends how they can hit the ground running. But it's wide open. I mean, there's no reason to think that any of these teams can't compete because all have new managers, all going to have new systems. Some are going to work, some are going to flop. It's hard to really predict this season. So hopefully when my predictions video drops in an hour and a half, you guys will have some fun with it. But that was a little emotional, guys. That was a little emotional. Gonna miss Jadon Sancho, man. I'm gonna miss Jadon Sancho. Dahoud Witzel contract extensions. Thomas transfer update. My assumption, and from what I heard, is that Dahoud will sign a contract extension. He'll probably sign a 4-year deal. Witsel will not. Witsel will more than likely walk for free next summer. And Delaney, from what I read, I just got sent an article, but what I did read was that Delaney, they aren't interested in re-signing him. They're going to let him walk for free. But a viewer did send me an update on Delaney, so I will get to that and read it. But apparently maybe that they're looking to extend his contract, which I'd be a little bit surprised. I'd rather play Roman Berkey on the wings than having Vinicius on the team. Oh, man. I would say prime Royce in 2018-19 when we were so close to the title. I agree, man. James says, thanks for always bringing the fire for the information content, Josh. Got it yesterday, and it was always making me feel a lot better today. Well, I'm glad that you're feeling good, my man. I appreciate this. Love coming on here on the stream with you guys. Appreciate all the support that you guys show to the channel. We broke 4K yesterday, which was pretty cool. On way to 5K, so if you're just joining us, be sure to drop a like, subscribe, and just know I appreciate the support you guys have shown so far as we cover the team that we love. If Holland leaves next summer, who will we target? Well, we have the replacement. If Holland leaves next summer, Malen will be our #1 striker, and the Holland money will be going towards signing a winger, is my assumption. And maybe a backup striker for Malen. But, by the way, what's your plan for August's giveaway? I don't have a plan yet for August giveaway. I haven't decided what we're gonna do for that yet. Maybe it's gonna be a kit. I don't know. Haven't decided. 3-4-3 with Knauf as a right wing back, I think is our best option, especially if we sign another center back. I'm not convinced with Knauf at the right wing back spot. He did it at the 3rd or the 4th level. I'm not convinced from what I've seen that Knauf is a defensive player. If anything, I'd rather start Hazard as a right wing back than Knauf. But if I'm being honest, give the role to Mooney and see how he goes with it. But I don't see Knauf at being the best option, man. I think we need to play him further up the pitch. I mean, we barely where anyways. I'm finally getting to the kits. 9.8 out of 10. I kind of think that the 1-in-1 logo suits the club. I think that they should have made it yellow. Yeah, it just looks a little awkward though. I don't think that Witsel just freezes the midfield for us and for the other team. He's just too slow. Yeah, but even being slow, he calms players down. And working with someone like Bellingham, I think would be good. The energy, the pace, the consistency that Jude brings, I think he would really suit Witsel. But having Witsel, Dahoud, and Bellingham there will be good options going forward. 3-4-2-1. What do you think? That would be a good formation without Malen. It'd be Kobel, right wing back would be Meunier. Chan or St. Just, whoever it is. Hummels, Akanji, Guerrero at left wing back. Witsel, Dahoud, or Delaney at your 2, or Bellingham, or whoever it will be at your 2 center mids. And then your 2 cams would be Royce, Gio, or Brandt, and then your striker would be Holland. Are we going to sign Madueke? No, we will not. 100% not this summer, if ever. The French guy said, hello, I'm new, meant new here. Ah, impressive, you can read French. Well, hello to our new French viewer. Hope you're doing well. Josh, as a new Bayern fan, not a chance. Are you doing a table prediction video? Yes, it's coming out today, my guys. Tagged you in the message. Yeah, got me emotional. If we didn't buy Malen, I would sell Chelsea or Holland to Chelsea for 150 or something plus Hudson-Odoi and spend the money on a young good striker for 40. Buy a center back, right back, and for the rest of the team. Not me, man. Not me. I wouldn't sell Holland because I think that this is an opportunity to win the league. And if we sell Holland, I don't see us doing it. I wouldn't want Callum Hudson-Odoi in the team at all. I think that Malen is that good young 40 mil type striker. We do need a CB. I do think we need a right back, but I don't think we're going to sign one. I think the best case scenario, guys, is we sell Berkey, we sell Schultz, we sell Wolf, maybe Delaney or Brandt, depending. And then we try to sign a winger. Maybe it's Anthony, David Nurez, someone like that. Sign St. Just, sign Halstenberg. For me, that's a good window, but we'll have to wait and see. But for me, I need Holland here to have a chance at the title. Sancho with the hearts from France. Oh my god, Josh, orange fits with you. You like that? You think so? With Malen, we got a lot of yeses in the channel as well. No, read the caption. You want me to read the caption? Maybe it'll be the last thing I read before we go out on this stream. Just read the caption. The caption is the most important. Okay, you guys. Okay, all right. It's long, man. It's long. I don't know if I'm ready for this. All right, Jadon Sancho's caption. I'm going to try to read it nice and slow. So Jadon Sancho starts off after that beautiful video, which I really enjoyed watching, by the way. So thank you guys for tuning in with me. Jadon Sancho says, "Thank you. This is a hard message to swallow." It is. It is, man. Okay. First of all, I want to start off by thanking Borussia Dortmund for everything that they've done for me. Taking the risk on a young 17-year-old at the time with no first-team experience, believing in me. The love I will always have for this iconic club will never be matched. From the very first moment I walked into the stadium, I felt at home. I knew that I had made the right decision. I was welcomed with open arms by everyone associated with the club. Moving to Germany, not only football, I had to adapt to a new lifestyle and culture. Leaving the UK when I was 17 was a big risk for some, and it was going to be playing abroad, but I was leaving home and family. I always wanted to showcase my talent on the global stage, and Dortmund gave me the opportunity to do so. For that, I will be forever grateful. For all the amazing staff, coaches, everyone involved with the club, I want to say a massive thank you for looking out for me and during my time at the club. I will miss you all dearly. I'm privileged to have shared the pitch with every Dortmund player that has been at the club. I've learned so much from all you talented players. Thank you so much for being a part of bettering myself as a player, understanding the game of football at a top level. To the club, you made a young kid dream. You made me who I am today. I was able to gain the experience as quickly as possible at such a young age and also be able to achieve historic milestones. This club gave me the chance to play in the Champions League, every kid's dream. The club also gave me the profile to represent my country. I owe a lot to this amazing club. Dortmund will always be a part of me, and I will always miss, love, and be grateful for the club, the team, especially the supporters who supported me through thick and thin. I hope I can respect my decision, and the most beautiful part of the friendship is to understand and to be understood. Okay, BVB. Ho! That was a little emotional. It was a beautiful message, man. It was a beautiful video, and it's another reason that I just have the most respect I could possibly have for a player from Jadon Sancho. Every Dortmund fan should be proud of how he went out of this club and how he treated this club. And yes, he used it for a stepping stone. He used it to develop. But I personally believe he fell in love with this club. I personally believe that he's genuinely sad to go, to leave the supporters, to leave the stadium, to leave his friends that he's made along the way. But I respect his decision, and I wish him the best. But that was a very, very beautiful scene. That is not true. Haaland will not be joining Bayern. 0% chance that happens. We do all miss Hakimi. What does the takeaways in your channel mean? I don't know what it is, 5 takeaways or something. It's a series we do after every Dortmund game. We take a look at the match. We talk about 5 takeaways we took. Maybe it's a great performance from a player. Maybe it's observations. My most proud takeaway last year was the fact that I said, listen, play Sancho on the left wing. He's not doing it on the right wing. Play him on the left wing. So it's just things like that. It's a fun way to digress a game and to talk with you guys. Sometimes we do community 5 takeaways where we go live and you guys tell me the takeaways and I talk about them. Sometimes I just do a video and do them. It's a first series we ever had on the channel, and it's been a fun one. I really had tears in my eyes watching the video and reading the text. Yeah, it was definitely emotional, man. How are we going to play with Haaland and Malen? In a 4-1-2-1-2 with them as dual strikers, in a 3-4-1-2 with them as dual strikers, Royce below them, or maybe we play them in a 4-3-3 or a 4-2-3-1 with making Malen play out on the left. We'll have to be interesting to see how that goes, but I can promise you Malen will get reps on the wing, but definitely as a dual striker as well. What do you think about Papadopoulos' chance to be promoted to the first team? If we don't sign St. Just or maybe even Halstenberg, then I think Papadopoulos, what he just did in that preseason match, gives him a massive opportunity. I loved everything about him, man. Even Leonard Maloney as well. I was calling for Leonard Maloney for a while. I thought he had a good game as well, but Papadopoulos definitely stood out a little bit more. Collins just picked up a big injury, so some people thought it was going to maybe be him. Doesn't look like it. But yeah, I think if we don't sign a center back, that fourth center back position is up for grabs. Koulibaly, Papadopoulos, Maloney. It's there for the taking. Hey, my bro. How you doing, my guy? Hope you're doing well. Dortmund are so dumb not to sell Haaland when his release clause will be 75 next season. All right. God, I've spoke to this a lot. 1, no one knows what the release clause is. It is rumored to be at 75. The most recent rumors about it says that it's more than 75, probably closer to 100. But if you don't know what the release clause is, then we can't assume or speak of it. There is one there. No one knows what it is, and I guarantee you it's more than 75. Number 2, it's not unrealistic to see Dortmund offer Haaland more or higher wages and then up that release clause. They pay him more for this season and they up it to 120. That's not unrealistic either. The third thing, if we sell Haaland along with Sancho this summer for whatever it is, if it's 175, if it's 75, it doesn't matter what it is. If we sell him this summer, it'll be more than what we sell him for next summer. However, you gave up the opportunity to win the Bundesliga. That is as clear and obvious as it can be. And I am not in the mood to see our two best players walk out the door, and any chance we had, it's an L before the season even started. You keep Haaland this season. You watch him score 30 goals because he's that good. And then whatever happens next summer, and we sell him for 75, for 100, for 120, whatever it is, guess what? Whether we sell him this summer or next summer, his replacement will come in about the same price. And his replacement, in my opinion, is already Donyell Malen. So no. If you want to win something, you keep Haaland and you don't give a rat's ass of the profit margins between the two. That is what it needs to take to win the league. And if you get rid of Haaland, it's an L. It's an L before the season even started, and we would be fighting for third place. That is my opinion, but we need him. And I'm excited to see what this man will do this upcoming season. And if we win the Bundesliga and he wants to leave, then guess what? He brought home a title that I'm desperate for. Desperate for. And if we sell him this year, then guess what? We gotta wait to see when that next Bundesliga chance is up for grabs. Because this season, with all the managerial changes, Bayern's got a lot of question marks around them with all the good players that they had going out. Yes, they brought in Upamecano, but I still think their squad's weaker than it was last year, especially with Nagelsmann instead of Hansi Flick. This is an open Bundesliga season. That is what I'm saying. Haaland loves BBB. Y'all talk too much. Money. Yeah, I'm positive he's gonna stay, and it's the right decision. Now, in my mind, we should improve the defense because the attack is good enough. In my opinion, we need a winger. That is still an issue if Marco Rose wants to play his preferred formations. But our back line's got some question marks too. I do agree with that. Which players right now are the type of players that Dortmund will sign to sell in the future for a lot of money? I mean, I don't know. I'm hoping we don't sign anyone who with the assumption to sell them. I mean, Bellingham you're going to make profit off of. Gio you're going to make profit off of. Those are players that we already have. I don't know. I haven't really thought of it. I mean, they just signed Kamara for free. They're going to probably sell him at some point. But I think the remaining Dortmund signings this year are going to be players that need to be integrated into the squad. Halsenberg, St. Juice, and then an actual winger. That's my assumption. My guy, Bayern have lost experience, Nagelsmann, and change of tactics on the fly. I agree, man. How are you? I am doing well. At least Sancho is grateful, unlike Dembele. Yeah, Dembele didn't have any love lost, man. I think that we need to recruit players like Leicester City, smart transfer market like Atletico Madrid. Your view? I think that's already what we do. I think we recruit strategically. It's why I said no matter when we sell Haaland at 175 or 75. His replacement will probably cost around the same. Dortmund like to go in with a specific type of number. It's why this Malen deal went down at 30. There was rumors that it could go up to 40. And I said if it goes up to 40, it's not going to happen. That's not how Dortmund do business. They do strategic deals. Go look at some of the players that they brought in and flipped. I think bringing in Malen is a strategic signing. Be no different than a player like going to Atletico or Leicester. Same goes for St. Juice. Same goes for Halsenberg. So I think in a way, Dortmund are similar to both, but Atletico has definitely spent a little bit more. That's a fact. Just going to put that there for our Bayern fan. Do you know how to speak German? I do not. After the Mullen is announced, I think that the first will be quiet on the transfer. Maybe 2 weeks we will sign players. I don't know. I don't think that, rumors will. I think rumors will start once this Mullen deal is done. I think rumors are going to come in left, right, and center. I'm expecting now because of the Murray one. Expect maybe some right back rumors, even though I don't think any will happen. Winger rumors will be coming thick and thin. I think it's going to be a domino effect. If you sell both, no chance of winning the Bundesliga. I wholeheartedly agree with you, my man. Upamecano is wanted talent. He is, but I watched him get bossed pretty handily, or is wasted talent. We'll have to see. Upamecano, I think there's a good footballer in there, but I mean, watching Haaland toss him around like a teddy bear last year was funny. People say Haaland is 100% leaving next summer. I wouldn't be surprised to see him stay 2 more seasons. Anything is possible, but with the release clause is the main reason I think that there's a chance he goes. Isn't a way to think that Dortmund can't get rid of it? But in my opinion, they want to keep him this year. They have to keep him this year to compete. And I think I think he will be sold next summer. But anything's possible, man. But he will not be sold this summer. Are you sure that the business from Haaland isn't more valuable to the management than a championship? I mean, maybe it's more valuable to the management, not more valuable to the fans. And honestly, no. Because we talked about this earlier. Just because, and I'm going to say it's 100. Let's say the release clause next year is 100. Let's say it's 175 we sell him for, which is still a lot of money. Maybe it's not 175. Maybe it's 150. But say it's a 75 or 50 to 75 difference from selling him this year to next year. Well, guess what? You're not winning the Bundesliga. So one, you're missing out on Bundesliga money. There's no guarantee you're going to win it regardless. But the opportunity to having a better season with Haaland is higher. So pretend you go deeper in the Champions League. Pretend you go deeper in the Pokal. Pretend you go deeper in the Bundesliga. You will bring in more money with Haaland playing than you will without him. On top of that, you're going to sell a lot more kits with Haaland than him not here. He's a world-class talent. And given that even further so, Haaland has the opportunity to do something successful here. And if you're going to take a look at the club, it's a damaging image to lose Haaland and Sancho in the same summer. It is. There's no way around that. So arguably, there's a huge case that selling him for 175 and 100, it will break even along the lines from the success of the season, the success of the player, the popularity of the player. I don't see a reason to sell him this year, because there's always two sides of the coin. You can't just assume that it's going to be better because the money is there. There's always the behind-the-scenes things, and I cannot see it. I cannot see it being done, and I personally believe it's better for everyone if Haaland stays this season, and I see him being here. I really do. And don't even consider the fans you can pick up along the way. If we have Haaland and we do a deep Champions League run, or we do compete for the Bundesliga title, it attracts fans. It gets attention to your club. It's things that you want in a business. Taking that money up front and then having a shit season isn't ideal. I bet you any money if you look at some of the numbers along the 2012 season for Dortmund or the 2013 Champions League run compared to the year that we were in last place during halfway through the season. It's a lot of things to take into consideration, but there's no reason you could convince me to have Malen sold this summer or Haaland sold this summer. 0% chance you could convince me to do it. Haaland also said that Rosa will be using the same tactics at RB Salzburg. I assume Rosa is out of ideas. Well, I don't know if he's out of ideas. I think he's got a lot of ideas. If we sell Haaland, we risk our Champions League spot, a good chance at the title, and another Pokal. The downside is huge. Yeah, there's no chance it's worth to sell now. Absolutely agree with you. Dortmund should sell Mooney. Hard to flip his wages. Not a big market for him. We need a right back. I mean, maybe they pull off some miracle loan deal and then sign someone, but the money's tight. I think they're banking on the fact that he had a good Euros and will have a good season. Dembele was just sad he left Tuchel. I think they are good friends. Maybe. Sancho is a big player with a big heart. He is. And by the way, Upa will be one of the best CBs in the world. He needs to figure out how to stop Haaland first, but maybe one day if he can do that. When you hit 5K, you should considered a hot tub with producer T. I was thinking more of like a house tour, but maybe. Someone said that Lazaro will be on loan, would be an option. He knows Rosa well, versatile, also has the potential. I don't mind that. I don't mind that. I don't like loan deals. You guys know that. But yeah, I mean, he has the experience with... Is he still a Hertha player, by the way? Do you guys know? Because he went on loan at Gladbach. I mean, I don't think he's an ideal option, but considering that Murray is out for the entire season, a loan deal with an option to buy, so if he's good, we get him, and if not, we ship him back. Could be coverage that we need. He can play as a right wing back very well. I like that shout, man. Whoever did that on Twitter, shout out to them. AR9 is in the house. St. Maximin is 7 times better than Sancho. No, that's not true, man. Not true. St. Maximin is okay. Sancho is a much better player in almost every area, except for maybe speed. What a joke that Sancho's got to wear the number 25. Such an ugly kit. Kobel, left center back, Akanji. Center back, Hummels. Right center back, St. Just or Chan. Left wing back, Meunier. Right wing back, Hazard. Question marks around Hazard for me. I don't see Hazard doing it. I know he plays for Belgium as a left wing back. Different system. I don't see Hazard doing it over the course of the season. But, I mean, maybe give it a go. See how it goes if Meunier can't lock it down. Witzel or De Hood, Brandt, Royce, Malen, Holland. So, yeah, that's a 4-3-1-2. Or the 3-4-1-2. It's an option I think that we could play. Definitely one to get both Holland and Malen on the pitch. Issues with this for me... I mean, I would prefer Witzel with De Hood or Witzel with Bellingham. I don't fancy Brandt, but if you want a little bit more creativity, Brandt's a good look. I'd play Brandt beside Witzel because you need that awareness there. And then Hazard, I have question marks as well, but you never know. I just don't see him as a defensive player. I really don't. No, I hope Sancho does great and proves the haters wrong. No hard feelings here. I'm the same, man. Dortmund better sign a center forward and not loan out Tigges because there's no center forward if Holland goes. Okay, 1, Holland is not going. 2, Tigges has to go if he wants to develop his career. I like Tigges. He's not going to get a lot of looks because Holland is staying. We just signed Malen and we have Mukuku. So Tigges on loan is good. We signed our center forward. We signed Malen. The attack is done in terms of strikers. Malen is the Holland backup. Yep, or they'll play on a dual striker. Guys, Zorc knows what he's doing with Sancho and Holland leaving in the same window. He would lose us 70 goals. Yeah, I agree. We're not seeing Holland go, guys. I just can't see it how it work. AR9, would you stop coming to the stream and tell me to buy Orsic? Nobody wants Orsic, okay? Nobody wants him. He's 29 years old. He's not a BBB profile player. He hasn't played at a competitive level. He was playing in South Korea at one point. He is an average player that will never touch the pitch for Dortmund. So, AR9, I enjoy having you here because you just fired me up with your nonsense. But he's not a player we're going to sign. Not a chance. When Holland leaves, we can replace him with Silva. Silva did great for Frankfurt. Silva signed for Leipzig. So we will not be signing him. Alright. Will Witzel find a place in the starting 11? There's a chance. I think that it will be Witzel / De Hood with Bellingham. That's my opinion. Don't know much about Maximin, but it's hard to seeing us sign a 24-year-old. We won't sign Maximin. Is Sancho considered a club legend? I don't know about a club legend, but I mean, he's a player that was very special for us. I think you have to do a little bit more to be a club legend, but I have nothing but great memories for him. No Inter. Hertha sold him to Inter. He's an Inter player. Well, Inter will definitely be looking to shed him, so could be an option. And yeah, maximum. I mean, he would be too expensive. We can't sign him. Trollers. Would like to see the club in a top 5 league sign Orsic, though. I agree, too. I'm not, and I don't mean to disrespect Orsic, but it's not a Dortmund-type signing. He's done incredible for Croatia. He's done incredible in his respective league. I think he was part of the team that upset. I think he scored a hat-trick against Tottenham. He's 29, though. That right there, that will rule you out of signing for Dortmund. He's too old. He's not proven at this league. I could see a team like Frankfurt maybe going for him. Maybe Hertha Berlin. Maybe go over to Serie A, but not Dortmund. If Hazard plays wingback, St. Juice should back him defensively. Yep, speed would be crucial as well as just defensive awareness. Akanji wouldn't be a bad shout as well. Malen was let go at Arsenal at 16. He was, and he proved them wrong. He's a great player. My ideal transfer window. Lazaro, even he's a good shout. But yeah, I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see where the money comes from, man. Where are the comments? Man, Sancho's vid was emotional. Great player. He was white. I miss him. We're not signing a winger this window. It's not looking like it right now, but I do think there's a chance that we will. But we got to sell players, and like I said, the biggest players that need to go out to raise some money is Delaney or Brandt. One of the two. Otherwise, yeah, I don't know. Air9, give me some details about your dealer. Dortmund need another right back. Well, I mean, the Lazaro one is an excellent shout. So, I mean, maybe. There are so many weird comments in the chat today. Most of them are coming from our boy AR9. Orsic can be a great Europa League club like Marseille, Betis, but not Dortmund. I agree. We'll get the away kit with Dahoud. I've been waiting for the extension, man. Me too. Once that extension comes in, I'm getting the away kit with Dahoud. So a lot of us will be matching. It'll look good. I am not a hater, but you can't say Sancho is better skiller than St. Maximin. I believe he is. I think Sancho is better just completely than St. Maximin. Go watch the video on his goodbye message on Dortmund, man. He's a better skiller than St. Maximin. Maximin is a very good skiller, and I think he's close. I think Maximin's got Sancho beat with pace. But, I mean, look at the numbers. Look at the level that they're playing at. I don't know. I'm biased. I watch Sancho a lot more than St. Maximin, but I don't rate St. Maximin near as much as I rate Jadon Sancho. Imagine if Dortmund signed Cancelo. Imagine Dortmund and Cancelo, the Portuguese fullbacks. It'd be incredible. I know we won't afford him. He's too expensive. Dortmund must sign a CM like Kessie. I like Kessie, man, but we aren't going to be putting money into the middle of the park, I don't think. Even Malen seems too old. 22. Only if Royce gets injured, can Mukuku play the cam? No, I don't think so. We have Brandt and we have Gio. So if Royce gets injured, which we don't want, we have Brandt and Gio so far. Unless we sign a right back, I think that we should go into the season with 4 at the back. Mooney at right back. Chan being the other option there. I think that he will do well. He's fast, defensive, and offensive. I absolutely agree. I said it earlier in the stream. Our number 1 option will be Mooney, with our backup being Chan. I gotta go. Take care, my man. We had a nice little debate, and I don't know. Being a Dortmund fan, man, I don't know. I see Sancho so much more than I see St. Maximin. I don't rate St. Maximin that well. I think he lacks a finishing touch. I think he's a great skiller, like he said. He's got great speed, but he plays for Newcastle, man, and just comparing him to what Sancho does and the excitement and what he does dominating the Bundesliga, I just can't really compare them. That's just my personal opinion, but I mean, I do like St. Maximin, but it was nice having you on the stream, my friend, and hopefully we'll see you soon. How did you feel about Sancho's announcement? I mean, it was sad. It was sad, but I miss him. Hazard should play at right wing back if we're doing a 3-4-2-1. Brings athleticism, pace, proper offense, and decent defensive awareness. I'm not sold on the decent defensive awareness. I'd have to see him actually play for Dortmund a little more in the right wing back role. I'd prefer Mooney. That's just me personally. I'm not convinced that's where Hazard wants to play or needs to play, but since he does do it for Belgium, it's not a bad shout. And Mooney plays right wing back for Belgium, so I mean, there's an argument that Mooney can do it under a new manager at Dortmund, but it's hard. It's hard to really judge it. We'll have to see it first. Wait, I'm a United fan. How can you compare St. Maximin to Sancho? I'm hoping that you're assuming Sancho's better, right? Let me know. Who do you think's better, St. Maximin or Sancho? I say Sancho, like, pretty easily. Please don't disrespect Marseille. They are still the biggest club in France with trophies. Yes, but I mean, just because you're a historic club doesn't mean that you're the biggest club. They've went out and got some good signings this year, got a good manager as well, but Marseille would be a team that fits Orsic way more than Dortmund, but Marseille is going through some troubles as well. I'm getting the new kit this week for the first Bundesliga match. Unfortunately, I will get my name with the number 11. There you go. That's all right. Saw Phil Jones comment. Oh my God, Phil Jones is good. He's better than Messi. Okay. Nobody's putting on money on Dortmund. That's what I'm saying. We'll wait till my prediction video comes out. AR. Am I trolling? We're gonna have to find out. We're gonna have to find out. How do you feel about Sancho getting the number 25? I think Cavani should have sucked it up and gave him the number 7. I would feel ridiculous wearing the number 25 if I was Sancho. But whatever. Dortmund need to start acting like a huge club in the transfer market like Bayern do. Start flexing the muscles. Okay, well, Bayern's had a pathetic transfer window, so I'd be very careful saying that. And like I've also said a million times, guys, this is the way Dortmund do business. It's not going to change. It is the honest-to-God truth. They aren't going to go out there and sign $60, $70 million players, so don't expect them to do that. Have a realistic expectation of what you expect out of Borussia Dortmund before the season starts, and you will not come in here with ridiculous claims. Dortmund is a massive club. They are run a certain way, and that is exactly how it is. Orsic would be a great player like Perisic was for Dortmund. He may be, but it's not going to be a player we're going to sign, so I'm just not going to elaborate on it. We'll be back in 20. Cheers, my man. By the way, I just joined an academy who works in my hometown club as a player. I am a right winger who can play as a striker, kind of like Malen. Well, there you go, my man. Congratulations to you. I am excited for you, and hopefully you can enjoy the new club you signed for. Marcus Thuram for 25 is a great signing too. He would be. I just don't see Gladbach doing business with Dortmund, man. What do you guys think about what Ollie said about the Bundesliga? I didn't see what he said, guys. Elaborate. I have no idea what he said. Malen is established talent, not another development talent player. People need to calm down. Exactly. We're getting a proven goal scorer. 19 goals, 8 assists. It's massive, man. It's massive. But he's still got some stuff to prove, in my opinion. It's better than signing a 19-year-old with no experience. How did you start supporting BVB out of all the clubs like Barcelona, Real Madrid, and many clubs when you were a Canadian? My family background is from Germany, so playing video games, when I did career modes, I liked the Bundesliga. I liked the logo of Dortmund. I liked picking a team that wasn't like the best or wasn't so easy, but like a cool team. So I picked Dortmund and then just fell in love with them. Started supporting them, started watching them, watching every one of their games, and then COVID hit. I got bored, started the channel, and now we have our channel and we do work with the club. So doing interviews with Ola Mayella and Paul Lambert have been pretty cool so far, and seeing all the support you guys have done and showed us has been incredible, and I definitely appreciate it, man. Gladbach are in huge financial troubles. Thuram to Dortmund. Tell Ola Mayella to make it happen, Josh. I don't think I have that kind of say, but like I said, man, I'm not against the Thuram signing or any Gladbach signing. There's a lot of players there that I think would suit Dortmund, but we burnt a bridge there. We basically wrecked their season when we announced Marco Rosa. If Gladbach are looking to sell, I think it will be outside the Bundesliga, not to a direct rival. But that's my clear. Oh yeah, of course, Sancho was clear. Okay, good. We're on the same page, my man. We're on the same page. Well, I mean, there's been a few years in the last couple of seasons that Dortmund have been right there. Leipzig have been right there. I don't know, man. I think that you are underestimating that Nagelsmann could go in there and F it up. And I'm hoping that he goes in there and he starts playing with everything. And players like Gnabry, Muller get pissed off and he makes it hard on himself instead of just going in there and not trying to put a stamp and just trying to go in naturally, calm, cool. I think Nagelsmann's going to go in there with something to prove. I think he's going to switch up his formations left, right, and center. And I think he's going to cause havoc to this team, and it's going to open the door. But, I mean, yes, odds are favorites is Bayern. There's no way around it. Yes, but Marseille have won one Champions League. No other French club has won. Yes, but that was, what, in the 90s? Like, I mean, Marseille is still a massive club. It's still got good fans. But they're never going to compete for a Champions League. The only real club in Ligue 1 that will compete for a Champions League in the foreseeable future is PSG. But, I mean, saying that, Lyon went on a beautiful run. But yes, if you ask people what the biggest club in Ligue 1 is, it is Marseille. Marseille has got a lot around them. But unfortunately for them, PSG's got the money, and that's kind of where they're at now. But yes, they are a historic club. They are the one with the one Champions League in Liga. And yeah, I mean, hopefully they can get back to the best, but without the money that they have like PSG do, it's going to be hard. I know we say this every year, but I have a feeling BVB will win the Bundesliga because Juve, Celtic weren't able to get the 10th in a row, and now it's time to got rid of Flick. A lot of people are underestimating how big of a deal it is to get rid of Hansi Flick and bring in Nagelsmann. I'm someone who is very aware of it. Now, there's no reason to suggest that Nagelsmann can't nail it. And if Nagelsmann does nail it, then we're in trouble. But there's a big reality that he may not. Hansi Flick played a simple 4-2-3-1 all season long. That is it. I can promise you Nagelsmann won't. He switches up his tactics like this. There's 3-4 formations. He's going to try to integrate players in. He's going to ask for a more defensive role for some players that will annoy them. He's going to move players out of position. He's going to try to put his stamp on the club. And I can see it backfiring. Also getting rid of Alaba, getting rid of Boateng, getting rid of Martinez. Big, important players. Opens the door. So if Nagelsmann F's it up right away and Rosa hits the ground running with the proper replacement, I do think there's a chance, man. I do. But there's also a chance that Nagelsmann nails it and we're screwed. But I don't think it's going to be straightforward, man. And I'm hoping that I'll have the last laugh. But in an hour, man, the Bundesliga predictions coming out, so you'll see what I said about it. I just read because of the financial problems Inter has, they would let Lozano go for 12 to 15 mil if Zorc snatches up one time. I hope, man, it would fit, man, and he can play up the pitch, too. He adds that winger dimension, because he can play as an attacking mid, he can play as a fullback, he can play as a wing back. However, I don't know if we'd buy him. I feel like if anything, we'd loan him. Since your background is from Germany, do you also play in the war? I've never played Call of Duty. I've only ever played 1 or 2 video games. Well, that's a lie. I mean, I played Pokemon growing up, but usually I just played FIFA or NHL. So I've never played any games like that. So I don't know what to tell you. It's not a club, which is the academy works. It's a club that develops talent, so might have to move. Very cool, man. Very, very cool. I think Dortmund should go for Milinkovic-Savic. I get him on career mode. Be a great shout. I don't think we'd ever be able to afford him, though. In FIFA 22 career mode, we have created our own club. It would be fun. You can sign anyone because you're the new club, custom tactics. That'd be cool. I'll definitely do a series at some point. What do you think about Leipzig's transfer window? It's up in the air for me. I mean, I'm not convinced by Jesse Marsch. I think that he's got an opportunity to succeed. I think that he's going to grab a club that's used to having all which crazy tactics, and now he's going to play a simple 4-4-2. I don't know how that's going to be over the course of his season. I don't know if he's willing to adapt and play different formations. They also lost their 2 best center backs, and they haven't really properly replaced. I think that's going to be a question mark. But the big positive is they brought in Andre Silva, man. And he's used to playing in a dual striker system. So if you have him up top with whoever it may be, Poulsen, Sorloth, it's going to be exciting. So right now, for me, it's a 7 out of 10. If they sign like Lacroix, I think that helps them a lot. But I do have question marks still behind whether Jesse Marsch can do it at this level. Are you going to watch the Schalke Hamburg game today? I am going to watch that game, actually. If I can figure out how to watch it, I will try to give it a watch to see how our old rivals will be doing down in the second division. Because they don't have any aggressive or dirty players like Ramos, that is why Bayern is not afraid. Well, Emre Can could technically be put there. Where are the Bailey's rumors? No more? I don't think so, man. From what I'm reading, unfortunately, it's looking like Bailey would be moving to the Prem if anything. So it looks like, and it also looks like we can't afford him at 30. JJD TV FC starting striker Josh, right winger 11. No, just kidding. I like that. I like that. I wish we could have a U23 logo instead of a 1v1. Yeah, me too. I don't like the 1v1 logo. I think it ruins it. I don't get why players have been rolled early in Belgium, Germany. Chan, Hummels, Kanji, Mooney don't come back earlier. Probably just for rest. It's on ESPN Plus. I don't have ESPN Plus, but might be able to find a way to do it. But I watch football matches free on a website. But all right, guys, we're going to call it quits for there today. Appreciate the stream once again, the excitement around Malen to see how he's going to integrate it into this BBB squad. Appreciate all the support for you guys tuning in with me today. There will be a video coming out in 45 minutes. It is the Bundesliga season predictions video. Always my favorite video to make, so hopefully you guys will enjoy that. See if I put Dortmund or Bayern for the top. You'll have to wait and see, but it was a fun stream, guys. We'll have another couple streams coming up as well, including the watch along tomorrow morning against Atletico Bilbao. And yeah, appreciate you guys tuning in. Be sure to drop a like on your way out. Subscribe if you guys are new, and we'll see you guys next time.